Can you possess motivation? Motivation cannot be possessed. We are motives in a cosmic sea of motivation. Hi everyone, welcome to Mindful Adventures. The first question. Sometimes I lack motivation in my spiritual journey, but I really do want to find the truth before I leave this world. How can I remain strong in these moments? Again, sometimes I lack motivation in my spiritual journey, but I really do want to find the truth before I leave this world. How can I remain strong in these moments? And when you say in these moments, I'm assuming you mean the moments where there's a lack of motivation. You know, that's okay. I don't know anyone who can be at level 100 all the time, on fire all of the time, in really anything, spiritual journey, physical journey, any journey or any experience. This is how one can experience burnout. So, like with every journey, there's peaks and valleys. But it helps to understand the North Star so that you're able to navigate. Whether it's a peak or a valley, you can still navigate on your journey. So no need to worry, no need to stress about what appears to be a lack of motivation. The first thing that needs to be understood, and it may help, is what is motivation? And I understand that the question may appear to be a little elementary, but let's take a look at this. Motivation. When there's a pull towards something that is perceived at a distance, or a state of change at an opposite end or polarity, the desire for that, whatever that may be, in your case it's truth. So this truth that you are perceiving triggers a desire to start a journey and to go after that. But in perceiving that there is a truth to seek after, suddenly motivation. The movement between opposites, the movement on a spectrum between any end of polarity is considered motivation. For example, when we walk. The foot lifts off of the ground, and then it goes back down again. The movement between up and down is motivation. Or let's say hunger arises. Or thirst. And then a desire for food or water is there. The idea that is held in mind of reaching for the glass of water, that idea is there. And then you move from one location to the kitchen or to wherever the food or drink is. The movement in thought is a type of motivation. The movement between locations is considered motivation. Raising the glass from the counter to your mouth is considered motivation. Reaching for the glass from the default position towards the glass and grasping the glass, this is a type of motivation. And so when you say that you lack motivation on your spiritual journey, inquire, what is the final destination of this spiritual journey? Is there something that you're holding in mind as to what the destination looks like? How will you know that you have arrived? And from there, you can face directly the motives that are driving you to the final destination of a spiritual journey. Can you identify the final destination? If the final destination is truth, are there any ideas, thoughts, concepts, or beliefs of what that will look like, so that when you do arrive, you will recognize that I have arrived at the destination? So oftentimes what appears to be a lack of motivation which is okay. Like I said, it's okay not to be at level 100 all the time, you know, kind of take some time to integrate what you're learning along the way. And to abide in awareness. Aware of motivation or lack of motivation. Aware of motives. Aware of the starting point and the final destination. Aware of peaks and valleys. and see that the awareness is untouched. What is considered to be a lack of motivation may just need a slight change in perspective. To remind oneself, or to uncover what motives and which beliefs you may be carrying that fuel the motives for this final destination that you call truth in your question. If there's a perceived distance between oneself and the true self, you see, if you look, go in self-inquiry to know thyself, that there is no distance. There is no distance to the truth. The truth isn't lost, yet you would like to find the truth. So when we carry beliefs and our perceptions of distance between the starting point, the idea that we take ourselves to be, and the starting point, in relationship to another perception of truth, whatever that may look like, and then in seeking and striving for that, that in and of itself is motivation. Can you possess motivation? Motivation cannot be possessed. We are motives in a cosmic sea of motivation, so you cannot possess motivation. However, you can move in and as awareness, or be still in or as awareness, to witness the peaks and valleys of motivation as they appear and disappear within you. Life is motivation. The relationships, the interdependence of all relationships between oneself and perceived others, between oneself and perceived objects, this relationship is what triggers the movement called motivation. So life is motivation. At best, we can say we are motives. We're not motivation, we are motives in a cosmic sea of motivation. And this is why it's important just to check in. Where am I going? What is the final destination? And inquire, what is here now? In stillness in silence. And in your willingness to face directly the peaks and the valleys, what is perceived as a starting point and what is perceived as a destination. In this willingness and surrender, in awareness, there arises a strength. Some may call this strength faith, some may call it trust. But there's this sincere desire, a pull, deeper and deeper in this awareness. It's never ending, it's ever expressed, it's always unfolding, ever present. And that will be your strength, your refuge. One moment at a time. The moment, the present moment. There's strength. Feelings come and go. Good feeling, bad feeling, feeling motivated, feeling unmotivated. All of those things appear and disappear within you. Just clarify your default position. And in knowing oneself, you see you are freedom, you are truth. And until that is crystal clear, continue on your journey. Take it easy. Enjoy. Enjoy every step along the way. The next question. Why are we more comfortable with people apart from bloodline? Is it okay to maintain distance from family and choose the family for ourselves? Again, why are we more comfortable with people apart from bloodline? Is it possible to maintain distance from family and choose the family for ourselves? Yeah, I've always found it odd how, when you have a close family member and let's say they have a question or they need help with something and you're trying to offer assistance and share, a little bit of wisdom, a little bit of knowledge or something, or you want to drop some truths and there seems to be a little bit of resistance that comes up, but yet they hear it from a complete stranger. They hear it from someone on, the TV. They hear something very similar, the same advice or the same knowledge or wisdom you're trying to share. And yeah, the other person may say it in a certain way or similar way. And then the one in the bloodline accepts, says, oh yeah, did you hear what they said? And you're like, that's what I was saying. Were you not comfortable hearing it from me? Why you hear it from someone else? And then suddenly all is clear. That's what I've been saying. It's funny when that happens. Sometimes familiarity, being very familiar with one another, can create a little bit of distance when it comes to certain things. Why are we more comfortable with people apart from bloodline? The ideas and the images that are carried in mind about others, whether it's bloodline or not bloodline, those things are not real. It prevents the eyes from seeing. It prevents the being from truly being seen. And these ideas and images and assumptions may also prevent oneself from seeing oneself in relationship to oneself, since all is the self. So check in. You say, why are we more comfortable with people apart from bloodline? This is not the right question. Asking correctly is, why am I uncomfortable with bloodline? Why do I feel more comfortable with people apart from bloodline? We have to take responsibility for our perceptions. And in the desire to choose a family for ourselves, how can we choose? If the choosing is based on images, imaginations of what should or should not be in bloodline, kin, or those outside of the family, perceived others, if the choice is based on these preferences, then that's not free choice. That's mind choice, decision. To abandon one for the other is division, separateness. So take time, a moment to inquire with oneself. The relationship to oneself. To see oneself directly, the relationship to one's beliefs, images, likes, dislikes, preferences, desires. And in bringing that into your awareness, or to the awareness, it will make it clear that the comfort and the discomfort with perceived others is only reflections of this coming from within. And be willing to let go. Not only of this, but letting go of being a chooser. And you see, life brings a wide variety of different experiences, lessons, through perceived others, in order for us to awaken to the truth of our being, our relationship, and not every experience and not every interaction is going to be so nice and fluffy. But it can be used as a learning experience, to let go and let grace guide the way. Experiences come and go. People may come and go. When the moment is right, as life is unfolding naturally and bringing people in, bloodline, kin, friends, whoever, associates. When the moment is right, they will also leave. I don't know if there's a need to become a chooser. If you choose, to love, then be love. If your life stands for love, just check in and make sure that picky and choosy isn't taking you away from love. You know, I've heard a lot of talk lately about soul contracts. Having a soul contract, or a soul mate, or a bond, a soul contract before coming into the world. I don't remember signing a soul contract. Marriages have contracts. And when I say that I don't remember signing a soul contract, I'm not saying either that it's not possible or that it doesn't exist. But where can I find this contract? The Akashic records? In knowing about soul contracts, or learning about the Akashic records and potential agreements that were made before birth, all of that sounds nice. But is it necessary to know that? Does it lead to true knowledge? Does knowing this drive you to unconditional love, to be love? And knowing that there's a soul contract with those who are of bloodline or not of bloodline? Does it make any existential difference? I understand that some of these ideas can be encountered in one's journey. And they're nice ideas. But what does it lead to? Real change? Real understanding? Right understanding? Awareness? Love? Surrender? Choicelessness? May all know peace and happiness. Om Shanti Shanti. Namaste.